Behind me is the logo that we use here at SCM Storehouse Church in Macomb. Go Grow, Partner, Connect, Serve. Just rolls right off my lips. Go Grow, Partner, Connect, Serve. We go. And part of going is you want to connect with people. You want to tell them your story, then give them an opportunity to experience the power of the presence of God. Go into all the world and preach the gospel. And that's how you do it. One of the best examples of this is when Jesus ran into the madman from Gadara. He cast out the demon. And then he had an interaction with this man as he was getting ready to leave town. He was going to get in the boat and the man was waiting on him. He wanted to go with Jesus. And listen to what Jesus said. And Jesus was getting into the boat. The demon-delivered man begged to go along. He begged. But Jesus wouldn't let him. Jesus said, go home to your own people. Now listen, he said, go tell them your story. What the master did, how he had mercy on you. And the man went back and he began to preach. He didn't have Bible school. He just got one story. One story. He began to preach in the 10-town area what Jesus had done for him. He was the talk of the town. And the Amplified, it says, the man kept begging him. Now listen, and Jesus refused to permit him. He said, go home to your family, your relatives, and your friends. Family, relatives, association, neighbors, kid connection, and social media. Yeah, the people in your circle. Go tell them what God's done, how he's changed your life. And if you do, you'll be the talk of the town. One of the things that is so important as we take this journey to Easter is we know that God wants us to take people with us. Well, how do we do that? We connect, but then we got to tell them our story. Before we drag them, we tell them how good God is and what he's done in our life. And how do you do that? How do you share your testimony with somebody? It's very simple. Number one, tell them the before. Number two, tell them the during, what got you there. And number three, what's been like after Jesus changed it. You can tell them your story about getting saved, how you came to Christ, or another story where God showed up in a time of tragedy. For me, my go-to story when I'm talking about the goodness of God and how God can take you from tragedy to triumph is when my first wife, Kim, passed away. She passed away. I was 42 years old. I was 6 feet tall, bald, and 150 pounds, skinny as a rail, and I had a 5-year-old. Come on now. How can you tell? Most women, that's what they're looking for. But God in his mercy, God in his grace, sent me an amazing woman. It brings tears to my eyes. He sent to me Paige and her family, her kids, changed my life. I can't imagine my life without her. Before, tragedy. During, somehow God connected us together. After, thank God for his provision. He took my tragedy and turned it into a triumph. This week, I want to encourage you. You've got stories that you can tell, whether it be at the office or school, whether it be with a friend, or maybe even the person next to you every night when you go to bed. You've got stories you can tell of the goodness of God, how he took you from tragedy to triumph, from defeat to victory, from being lost to being found. And when you do that, and you think about this, what was life before? How did it change? I bumped into Paige and I said, Lord, could it be that easy? And the answer was, it was. It was that easy. And he put us together. And then afterwards, what is God doing now in my life? See, when people hear about the goodness of God, they run to it. When they find out about how good and how loving and caring, they run to it. So this week, and as we get closer to Easter, take somebody with you on this journey to the cross by telling them your story, telling them what God's done in your life, what he's doing in your life today. And when you do, they'll hear that goodness of God. And when they hear about the goodness of God, it'll lead them to the cross. It'll lead them to Easter Sunday. It'll lead them to making a decision that will change everything in their life. Hey, I look forward to seeing you on Easter Sunday. We'll be at the State Theater in Macomb. God bless you, and I believe God is changing lives as you share your story.